nationwide, no holdups or anything like that, is January 27th. And so I wanted to just talk about some of the updates that I have seen thus far as people filing taxes, so that when you start filing your taxes this upcoming week, that you got your stuff together, okay? So we're gonna talk about the number one reject so far, and it was the number one reject last tax season as well. But it is getting a little out of hand. So if you have this, I need you to go look for it, and that is the form 1095A. Meaning, if you got your not taxes, if you got your health insurance through the marketplace, meaning healthcare.gov, then you need a form 1095A. Now, mind you, it doesn't matter if you got it for 1 day, you still need that form. You cannot file your return electronically unless you have that form. And so what we're seeing is a massive amount of tax returns getting rejected because they do not have form 1095A. Now, Form 1095A has been ready for since the beginning of the year, really. I think they let that form go like a couple of days, the beginning of January. I have received mine in my inbox in the portal, and I have received mine in the mail. So if you feel like you applied for healthcare.gov, before you go file your taxes, make sure you go look, check, see whether or not you're supposed to get a form 1095A or not, because again, it's too many returns getting rejected because of it. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this, like, I don't know if I'm gonna see y'all comments or not, because when I go live sometime on my laptop, it don't always allow me to see your comments while I'm on live. I barely can see if anybody's viewing it, but I will go back later and address any comments that I have time to address. So if I don't see you, or you comment and I don't see you, make sure that I'm not ignoring you, okay? I'm not ignoring you. I just don't see you. I don't see you. And then I just went into talking. My bad. If you're watching this live, if you're watching the replay, do drop in the comments where you're from. If you own a small business owner, drop your website, drop your Facebook page, TikTok page, whatever page you want to drop in the comments. Make sure y'all are engaging in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, drop replay in the comments. Give me some love. Y'all, give me some love. But let's get back on the topic. So, another thing that we're having a lot of rejects for this year is IP pins. So it looks like a lot of y'all went and got an IP pin, and you forgot you got the IP pin, and you need to make sure that you have your IP pin before you file your taxes. It's two things that's not gonna let you go through. Okay, if you try to file your taxes electronically, one of those things is if you have a 1095A, they're not letting it go through unless you had that form in there. And then two, if you need an IP pin, you cannot file electronically without it. Now, the IRS should have mailed out IP pins by now. But if you don't want to wait for them to mail it out, or say you moved, you can get your IP pin in your online account on irs.gov. Any notice that the IRS sent out to you, and that's even when, if y'all get held up this year, any notices the IRS sends to you is in your online account on irs.gov. So if you need your IP pin, you send somewhere waiting for it, and you can get into your account online, then make sure you get your IP pin before you file your taxes. Now, everybody don't have no IP pin, and I don't suggest that everybody get one. If you have an identity theft problem, or somebody's claiming you or your dependents all the time without you being aware, then I recommend you go get an IP pin. Otherwise, don't go get one, because one thing about it, if you got the IP pin, you're going to have it every year. They change the number every year, and sometimes, people information, they can't get in their information, and so they're not able to get access to irs.gov. and they're not able to do the verification when it comes to, them mailing you another one out. So again, if you do have one or your dependent has one, you need those IP pins before you file your taxes. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is these refunds. And so, of course, you see a lot of people always screenshotting their clients' refunds. And, of course, they're going to screenshot the refunds when they're big, making you assume that you can get a big refund and that they're doing some magic to get those refunds. So if you are coming in expecting like something new has happened to where refunds are bigger this year, they're not. Okay, they are the same as they was last year. They're the same as they was pre-COVID. Is people getting large refunds? Yes, people do still get large refunds. But in order to get a large refund, you got to have a certain income level where you qualify for certain credits, or you have to have had paid some taxes throughout the year. So we are seeing a lot of people still not paying no taxes during the year, not having any federal taxes withheld. That's like an epidemic. Y'all need to make sure that you are getting taxes withheld, especially if you're making a good amount of income. Like, you can't go without filing taxes. And a lot of times those dependents ain't even saving y'all that much no more. So if you're making a decent enough dollar amount, and you're not paying no taxes, your refunds are little, or you going to owe. So make sure, it's the beginning of the year. If you have not made no adjustments to your W-4 form yet, make some adjustments. If you see on your W-2 that you ain't have no taxes taken out this year, make sure you go update your W-4, because that's the reason why so many people are owing, and that's the reason why refunds are really, really smaller than they used to be, because ain't nobody paying no taxes. Now, the next thing is the PATH Act. So ain't nothing changed about when you're getting your refund. So for the last, 5-6 years, it's been a thing called the PATH Act. And the PATH Act is in place for people who get earned income tax credit and additional child tax credit. And it's not child tax credit, it's additional child tax credit. And if you have either one of those credits on your tax return, you cannot get your refund until after February the 15th. It's the law. So you're going to see where some people who have dependents, they might be getting their money before February the 15th. If they're getting their money before February the 15th, that means that they do not have one of those credits. And if they tell you that they got those credits on their taxes, they are lying to you. They do not have those credits on their taxes. Now, it's a difference between the child tax credit and the additional child tax credit. The child tax credit is non-refundable. The additional child tax credit is refundable. So if you just have the child tax credit on your tax return and you don't have no EITC or any additional child tax credit, your tax return and you will get your refund process in the regular time frame, which is 8 to 21 days if you're not flagged. Okay, so people are going to start receiving refunds probably next week, and they're receiving refunds because they do not fall in the category of having EITC and additional child tax credit. So everybody's not held up to February the 15th. Some people can get their money before February the 15th. But the thing about it is the only people that can get their money before February the 15th is people who don't have those two credits. It's nothing new. And y'all remember that it's law. Like, it is a law. So, again, when people telling you, like, they can get it, that's so untrue. That's untrue. So, I'm sorry. You cannot get your money before February 15th if you have those two credits. Now, getting your documents in order. Some of y'all are just trying to rush and file your taxes. You are leaving documents off. Make sure y'all get all y'all documents. The IRS, not the IRS, these employers, these lenders, these different institutes do not have to have their documents out, W-2s, 1099s out until January 31st. So if you haven't got your W-2 or you're waiting for a specific document for your taxes, the reason why you're waiting is because they have until January 31st. And even with me saying until January 31st, some of them are going to be mailed out. So you might not get it till the first week in February. So if you have not received it, it's not that you're not going to get it. You got to give it some time. Like, it's not gonna, they got to the 31st. And so if you don't get it by mid-February, then you might should start worrying. But anything before mid-February, they got time to get it out to you. So, you can't, don't leave the documents out. And the reason why you don't want to leave documents out, especially income documents like wages, retirement plans, any of those things, is because y'all seen it last year. Y'all remember when they kept flagging all those returns? It's probably going to be worse this year, right? When you leave income off, they can flag your return. Because the reason why they don't want to release the money until February the 15th, because they want to give all the institutes some time. Hey, Tiffany. You're welcome, Ebony. Give them some time to get their documents into them so they can see whether or not you all are leaving off documents. So the IRS is getting worse and worse with it. So you can get flagged for income verification, identity verification. So you want to make sure you are waiting for your documents. And when you don't wait for your document, what end up happening is that either one, thank you, Rebecca, either one, you end up having to pay money back because you left off a document. Two, you leave money on the table, especially y'all self-employed people, right? Because y'all be so quick to want to file and leave your W-2s off. And what a lot of people don't know is W-2s, having a W-2 along with self-employment, depends on how much income it is better than just having straight self-employment. Y'all need those W-2s so that y'all can get some money back. That's helped you get money back. I'll go into a video later on, y'all know, in reference to how self-employed and wages work. But y'all need to wait for those W-2s. I had somebody, she was self-employed and she had a W-2 she didn't want to wait on. She was telling me that she didn't work but a month in a year. She she left a job in February, and then the very next day the W-2 came. So she waited for the W-2. But when she waited for the W-2 was $8,000. She had but I don't know, $7,000 or $6,000, something like that in self-employed income. She would have left thousands of dollars off because she didn't want to wait for her W-2, just because she wanted some money. So y'all got to wait for your documents. And then my self-employed people, let me tell you this. The IRS got new regulations on Form 1099-K. And some of y'all might have never got form in any of those processors in 2025. They're going to issue a 1099-K next year. So make sure that you are looking for that actual form. The last thing is this. Y'all stay away from those fuel credits, okay? If somebody promises you refunds that are $19,000 up, I won't even say $15,000 up, and you don't have a lot of dependents, you ain't paid no taxes, especially if you single, run. That is one of the number one things that the IRS will be flagging people for. And also that household employee credit. If somebody tell you or say anything to you about a Schedule H or a household employee credit, run. Those are true credits that the IRS will flag in massive amounts this year. And even if you run through, if you slide through the cracks and they don't flag you and that's on your return, and say for instance you get the money, they coming after those people that have those things on their credit. Not their credit, but on their taxes. They were sending letters out all last year in reference to people, giving them an opportunity to amend their taxes and take that crap off, or they faced a $5,000 penalty. So if it sounds too good to be true, run, because it is. Run. It's too good to be true. So make sure y'all just kind of be careful out there this year in reference to everything. Be prepared that, you know, they're going to flag people that probably shouldn't get flagged. A lot of times they be flagging people that don't have but W-2s, they ain't got nothing going on. They be flagging y'all. They have different filters in place. And how taxes work is this. They have an MEF system. And with the MEF system, what usually supposed to happen is you file your taxes, it go right through the computer system. It go through a computer system. And when it goes through that computer system, it's going to be two things going to happen. One thing is it's going to go right through, which means you're going to go through it. It's not going to have no issues. And then your return is going to process. Then it's going to go through the system, and then you might get flagged for one of their filters. Meaning it might not be nothing wrong with your tax return. Literally nothing wrong with your tax return. But because it got stopped and flagged with one of their filters, now they got to manually review your taxes before they release your refund. And that's where the waiting game comes in at. So I just need y'all to be well aware. You know, don't start that, oh, I ain't never had to wait for my taxes before. If you go to somebody new, don't start that. Because ultimately, it might be nothing the tax pro did. It might just be you got flagged. And we have no control over what the IRS is going to do. Yes, Rebecca, if you got any tax document, if it got 1099 on it, 1096, 1098, if it says tax documents on it, make sure you file it for your taxes. Now, if you got $30 interest from the bank and you forget it, or you already filed your taxes, they're going to hurt you. As long as you ain't got a whole lot of them, probably not. But you still want to make sure you report all your income, because what can happen is if you did leave that amount off, and then say you get you left something else off, and then now the IRS sending you a letter because you left the other thing off, they're gonna pick up that because they're picking up everything that you left off. So I hope this video helped y'all. Make sure y'all share this video out, because we want to make people aware of what's going on in the tax industry. It's a lot of scammers out here. It's a lot of crooked people out here. It's a lot of people that are unaware of how things work. And I want to make sure that we are getting the information out to as many people as we can. If we can save people from getting ripped off, if we can save people from, you know, if they get audited, making sure they have all their things together, whatever we can do to help people in this tax circle, we want to make sure we do. So again, if you're watching a replay, drop replay in the comments. If you're watching a replay, make sure you drop where you from. You're welcome, Rebecca. Drop where you from. If you own a business, drop your business website. Tag your business page. If I don't see your comments now, hopefully I can I'll go back later on to see any comments. If you're looking for a new tax pro, I'm always accept new clients. I don't know why people thinking I don't accept new clients. I accept new clients. Okay, every year we accept new clients. We got processes in place that we can handle a mass amount of clients. So it don't matter no matter where you live, you can always submit your information on our website. We'll pin it to the top at www.xperttaxservices.com. If you're in the local area where I'm at, which is Columbus, Georgia, and Stone Mountain, Georgia, definitely you can call my office, either one of my locations. You can email us, you can inbox us, and get an appointment with me or any of my staff. Good evening, Tawana. You're welcome. You can get an appointment with either me or any of my staff. All right, Carla, you asking me, am I looking for new tax agents? um, so yeah, y'all make sure, come see me. I like clients too. I like new clients too. I want clients too. I do this for free, but yeah, I want some clients too. So send me your people. Send me your people. Send me your people. Send me your people. And if you get your taxes done with our company, we've been doing this for a couple of years. Our clients love it. We do a drawing where we go up to $500 a week. Every week up until April the 15th, starting this year, January 31st. So, you can get you a little extra cash, possibly, if you get your taxes done with us. But that's it, y'all. I don't think I left anything off. All right.